Just waiting for other people to get here. Oh, there we are. Un momento, por favor, ora. Put this in, so I'm measuring myself 3 or 4 times. There we go. All right. So, story time. Yay. Welcome, Alpha Gals. Welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my stuff. I have to get something. I forgot. So I will be right at the back. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you can see the stuff behind me. Getting ready for next episodes. I'm gonna like these. So, doing okie dokie. All right, so I was thinking about baking, right? Baking. What is you do? My, oh my. Glad I started early. I restarted everything too. Bear with us. It's YouTube. Yeah, trust me. I'm plugged directly into my Wi-Fi. Actually, it's not Wi-Fi at that point. It's called Ethernet. Uh, yep. Usually we start at 8:30, but I thought, you know what? I want to start a little early in case there's a hiccup. Lo and behold. All right. for YouTube Studios. All right, what's going on? It's not receiving data. Maybe it should be asking for its mama. Yeah, that's why I start early. What is? What is? Hold on. Okay. Ah, stupid. Oh, come on. Trust me, it's like a tug of war. If you don't know, try it sometime. Okay. All right. Come on. Come on. So what to do there. Okay. Okay, we will be right back. I have to wait. There we go. Is that better? Hold on. Hold on. No, yeah. Thank you, Alpha. Good vibes did it. Let me. Is it? Is it because I need to handshake my camera again? Bear with me. Still here though. Nothing up my sleeve. Let's see. And let's see. You have to do this sometime for the handshakes. And I think there we go. See, I just need to make a handshake. Holy God. East Coast. Oh, thanks for the update, Alpha. Coast to coast. Remember that show? Some of you might remember. Um, Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Oh, what a fantastic show! It was so dumb, but it had the right kind of funny. You know, you had Brax. Remember Brax? He was over there. They made him the dumb one. He made songs about eating socks. And then Space Ghost had to no. Mantis had to, I forget his name, but he had to deal with Space Ghost jokes. And then there was a guy in a lava pit. I forget his name too. Yeah. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What a great look it up. Look it up. It's fantastic. I don't know if I can show it here. I had to do some research on who actually owns it. But we are here on the Fake Newton channel. Coast to coast. Yeah, it was very interesting. It was, it came on, it was Adult Swim before Adult Swim broke off into its own entity. And it was governed by Cartoon Network, cartoon. I actually did some research looking that up. You ever notice that back in cartoon times, when, I guess I was in teenager, late teens, early 20s, and Space Ghost. There was another show that was on Cartoon Network. And you remember how the Cartoon Network came down and Peace fell out? And it was a little cartoon. Well, they kept that, the logo, but they took out the cartoon. I was like, why'd they take that out? It was really kind of difficult to research, but it turns out that Cartoon Network was under, they were being purchased by another network, and one of the call signs of Cartoon Network's shows was cartoon. They put that in every cartoon. So by selling uh, cartoons that were made by Cartoon Network were being ultimately run with the logo Cartoon Network, were no longer owned by Cartoon Network. They were just being run as affiliates. So they had to remove that. I guess some kind of legal stipulation or what have you. But yeah, little things like that. You know what? In my free time, that's what I research sometimes. Yeah, I know. But I'm not out there drinking. Not out there goofing off and spray painting cars or trying to get my weight in catalytic converters. But I do enjoy some of these videos. Some of them, some of them I like the show. They are from the older times, but they all do have the story. They all do compile into the story. Even though, if you think about the show, for all those who are watching, I'm not just sitting there playing with puppets and blah 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 blah. There's an ongoing story. You know, it's it's kind of the donuts in on itself, because I made it so that the storyline. It's like I got this from Rick and Morty. building a story with the characters, and each character has their own personal thing, their own personal battle, their own personal way of doing things, right? So stay up. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, they have their own personal, I guess, personality, for a layman's way of putting it. But I'm building these next episodes in mind of that story, and how I set it up was episode of It's About Time, and now with Tiberius, it opens the gateway to, if something ever were to happen that I would end the show for some reason. And trust me, yes, I thought, I always like thinking things through. I may not have all the episodes planned out, but I do have an ending episode. I know. It might be sad to hear that, but it's not that I'm making it to end it. I'm making it because it kind of opens the door to where something happens, Fig stops streaming, and his universe crashes. But the dude who, thanks to It's About Time, and how Dr. Nerd says, I hope this doesn't affect any other realities. Well, it does. And instant realities, that reality collapses, and like a vacuum, and it fills in with another dimension because of, thanks to It's About Time. So everything can play out again with a variance. You know what I mean? So I created a kind of a infinite loop of stories with the character. And if you think about it, the statues, even from Greek times, they're there. How can they be there over thousands of years, right? The civilization all but disappeared and blossom into something else, which, when one civilization comes in, the evolved one always soon vanishes. What happened over there? But the statues, Rome and all that, they're all preserved. They tell a story, who they were. So it's like a puppet. It's not stone or statue, but it's an idea. I mean, look at like Sesame Street has Elmo ever aged? I mean, sure, you're covering fur, or you won't really be able to tell much, but all right. Kermit, yeah, the frog. What about Miss Piggy? I mean, talking about, even if they were, it'd be about close to the same age as me, maybe a little older. At least the concept idea. If you're talking about the concept idea, a lot older. But yeah, around the same time, and Henson was actually one of the big inspirations for me because he pulled off some of the puppet magic without animatronics, and it was fantastic. I mean, he found a way to do it, just like George Lucas. We stood in line for days and days. Come on, days and days for the Star Wars films because they all heard them on radio. I think you knew that, huh? Yep, Star Wars actually started out as radio broadcast. And that's why episode 4 came out in theaters. People were all scratching their head like, why? It's because it exists as a radio broadcast. There's books, and episode 4 came out. People lost their minds because they're like, wait, what? It's a radio, and now you're going to make it as a picture and not a book, right? So they were excited by that. Yes, he did. He did. I mean, Lu- uh, Lucas Films definitely had their hands in creating and pulling imagination out and showing it. Henson did the same thing. He thought of an idea and was goofy about it. And, he took comedy and he put it in puppets. After all, you can blow a puppet up and a puppet will come back. Uh, it's great. Definitely ahead of his time. And he definitely did. I mean, look at one of my favorite, all-time favorite. You ever heard of the Dark Crystal? The Dark Crystal is probably, if I had to say, hmm, well, I would have. I mean, Star Wars is pretty. I mean, Star Wars have to be the number one because I have history of Star Wars. But fighting for the number two, number three spot in the top three would be Star Wars. It would have to be Lord of the Rings second. But yeah, um, that would Lord of the Rings would have to go second. Again, history with that. But the Dark Crystal. Now it's a fight. I see. Some days it's number one. Some days it's number two. And some may say, "Oh, I belong to number two." Haha, caught you before the joke. But anyway, it all depends on the mood. If I'm inventive, or artistic, or musical, or what have you, I'll either listen to music or I'll put on a movie. I watch so many movies. My second favorite of all time, yeah, The Dark Crystal. Knowing that, The Dark Crystal, did you see The Age of Resistance? That is on, I believe, Prime. Yeah, Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. I loved it. Fantastically loved it. It told a story like just about how I imagine, except for one stipulation. Okay, this is the prequel to what we see. Age of Resistance is what happens when everything is destroyed and laid to rot, laid to waste, right? I think so. Before oh, well, I'll have to find them for you. Fancy, but what I was thinking is the general, right? I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you haven't watched it, I won't spoil it. But there's one stipulation that has to do with the general, and it doesn't add up. That's the only thing. Otherwise, love it. I absolutely loved it. I do like. See, I'm not much of a mushy kind of movie watcher. I think that burned out of me. Anyway, so that's what I go to. Lord of the Rings and all that because imagination. And think about it. That's what I'm trying to sell. Imagination. You can create anything, anything, anything using your imagination. Yes, I know. You can't. You can't. You can't build a weapon, okay, using any kind of element Um, that has 263 protons. um, yeah. So if you know what that is, then good for you. Unless you have that, paper plates and straws. I have straws though. But you still need a whole mess of lab equipment. It's messy almost, yeah. And then you gotta draw attention to yourself. So kind of. I really cut off track there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Talking about all this. You're probably wondering, where does the zombies come in, right? Where does you're gonna have to wait. They're coming. I promise you, they're coming. Yep. So, talking about imagination, I picked out a couple of videos, and yeah, I like to scroll through my own work because, hey, if you, in case you want to go and see it for yourself, you know what you're looking at. Oh, Freedom Day. Okay, all right. Okay. Change the plan on the second video that we have planned for tonight. So we're that's awesome because 4th of July is right over in the corner. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Right around the corner, and this would be perfect. I I'm sorry, I had the second one that I had planned was where is it? It's that fire thing. Um oh yeah, sentient bread. Um I do want to show sentient bread. I also had picked out hot tamales, because that's the introduction of Gouda. Uh, freedom. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna watch the gameplay because that does get boring unless you're really into it. Oh yeah, I do. Uh, I'm working on. I mean, stick with the channel because I went from having just about nothing, a computer, a simple laptop. Okay, just a simple laptop. Scrape together money just to buy the laptop, right? And then little bit by little bit, I learned. I researched. I researched. You know how long it took me? I know I'm not dumb, but it took me like what was it? The equivalent. It took me about 6 months of research to learn how to properly stream, and I'm still not there yet. Still I'm doing it by myself. Other people have family and friends that help out with editing or coming up with pictures or marketing. I work for a living to pay for this, and this is something I like to do in my spare time. I feel that I don't have enough joy in the world. That all this media has just taken us up to a height of fear. You can't enjoy yourself. Drives anxiety up. Helps aid in fighting amongst one another. I don't like that. I like making people laugh. So I'm like, it's what a person told me long ago. If you don't like change, tough. But be the change you want to see. Otherwise, why complain? All right, so I want to make people happy. I want to bring things and happiness to people that don't necessarily have it. Maybe a little escape. Um, Healthy one, mind you, healthy. But I'm trying to go for, you know, see a need, fill need. People need laughter. People need a little bit of joy. Why not, right? Why not supply that? I mean, I was just doing this as a way to teach my son how to deal with failure. And it just kind of took off because I really enjoyed doing it. At first, I was a little ashamed. I was like, oh, over 40, you know, playing with puppets. And after I got over that, I'm like, you know what? Screw what everybody else thinks. You know, it's nice being alone sometimes. So I get to think, I get to do this stuff, but then it means I gotta do it all myself. And if that means taking what little time I have to bring it to you, okay. Because this is what makes me happy. And if it makes you happy, great. You know, it's like then you just invented a centrifugal motor. Yes, I know. You know, I think scientists are trying to push people away from that fact because they're saying, "Oh, centripetal motion is uh, an inward force." Yes, it is. It's not centrifugal. They're saying centripetal. Yeah, centripetal is the inward force, where if you're spinning something, the inward force holding the structure together, and as it spins, it starts coming apart, and that's when the balance comes out. Centrifugal force outweighs the, uh, I guess you would say, molecular hold of something. So I can spin solid steel around really fast and just don't stand near it, because if it does let go, it's going to be detrimental. Not like a piece of paper spun around. And everybody knows those safety glass videos with the grinder wheel or cutter wheel right in the, like, save the guy's eyes. Then you scale up. That's, now you're talking about centrifuges and whatnot. But anyway, instead of talking all science to you, I'm just going to show you cookie capers. Egg! Now, I won't bore you. Oh, this one doesn't have. That's right. This one doesn't have. Present Fig. It's just this is when I was evolving, and yes, I know. Don't mind the timestamp. I had the camera for a while, and I never knew how to take the time off, so it's not that big. Okay.
Hello! Welcome back. I'm trying to fix my game system because you remember last time it all kind of glitched out. And it has really messed up dreams. Luckily I got Guillermo here. He takes care of all that stuff. Bad dreams and scary dreams. After all, remember he's the guardian of dreams. Isn't that right, Guillermo? Yeah, he doesn't really talk that much. But I know he's there. And, let's see. Really wanted to show you again, but I don't know. I don't know how to get this thing working. I installed a terabyte drive. And you think I would be able to fix something like this, but it's not working the way I want it to. But, talking about cooking reminds me of cookies. Delicious cookies. But why isn't gingerbread called a cookie? I was asking my friend the other day about, oh yeah, I like gingerbread cookies. He's like, no, they're not cookies. That's why they're called gingerbread. Just like shortbread. They're not cookies. And he got upset. Like, really upset. Like, when I asked my dad about making orange jelly, he said, "No! That's called marmalade. Never call it jelly." But, I don't know. I like all different kinds of cookies, but why isn't gingerbread considered a cookie? You leave your comments in the section below, and let me know what you think. I would really like to know what everybody thinks about that. Gingerbread, shortbread, even Guillermo. I don't really know what he's thinking half the time, but he's always there, protecting my dreams. So yeah, I'm gonna try to fix this. Couple wires here, couple wires there, screwdriver, and it looks like that should be it. Now, let's see. Turn it on. Well, that was bad. Speak about cookies and cooking. I wonder if there's really a science behind all of it.
Yes, the scientific process behind cooking is called molecular gastronomy. It is a scientific discipline that examines the physical and chemical processes occurring and during cooking. Essentially, studying food at a molecular level to understand how ingredients transform and interact with each other, allowing chefs to manipulate these reactions to create new textures, flavors, and presentations in their dish by applying scientific principles like chemistry and physics to culinary techniques. It focuses on exploring the composition, properties, and transformations of food ingredients at a microscopic level to enhance the dining experience through innovative cooking methods. Unlike traditional cooking, molecular gastronomy delves into the chemical reactions happening when food is cooked, including protein denaturization, starch gelatinization, and emulsion formation. In other words, molecular gastronomy, or progressive cuisine, is a movement that incorporates science and new techniques in the preparation, transformation, and artistic presentation of food. It is a study of molecules as they relate to the chemical and physical processes of cooking.
I got it. Let's make some cookies. My favorite. Watch as I eat them.
Yes, we are going to put this into practical application.
What kind of cookies are we going to make?
We are going to attempt to make sugar cookies.
Right. Well, I want to lick the beaters.
That would not be suggestible on such an industrial-based mixing unit.
Well, I'm gonna try anyway.
Yes, I advise against this action. I guess now we are making Reese's Pieces. Hello, folks! Welcome to another edition of WXYZ, the Plus Station. Today's top story is Where is the Cookies? Sad story. I was promised cookies along with my latte, and there is none to be had. How sad is that? When asked, they suggested I stole the cookies from the cookie jar. And I replied, who? Me? And they said, yes, you. Oh, it couldn't be. Then they replied, then who? I'm not gonna start naming names, but you know where this is going. We sent our field reporter out to find out just what happened to the cookies. Well, take it away, Ozzy.
Ozzy Bear, reporting on site. I am reporting of the missing cookies. Sacre bleu! I was promised cookies on arrival. What do you mean they are missing? What happened to the cookies? Oh, here is somebody right now. Sir, can you explain what happened to the cookies? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Well, we know why there are no cookies in here. There is a cat. But we need butter. Where is the butter? Now we need to find the butter. Back to you.
Well, it looks like Reese's has gone to pieces. Put that in your sock. Anywho, we have video footage of just may what have halted the production of them delicious cookies. Yes, here is the footage of the culprit. I was just inspecting the empty butter. Oh, isn't that embarrassing? Maybe that's why he needs to lay off the peanut butter. Well, I guess you can chalk this one up as that's how the cookie crumbles. Oh, yes. Well, maybe next time we'll have some delicious treats to share with Tiberius Rex, who is signing off because I simply don't get paid enough in cookies, apparently. Good night, folks.
Wow, I guess making sugar cookies really is a complicated ordeal. I mean, you you might get hurt if you try to lick a egg beater mixer or whatever while it's on. That's bad. And cats stealing cookies? I don't know. And somewhere there was like jumbo peanut butter. Well, that's gonna make some for weird dreams. Like Garo's gonna be working overtime. You know what I mean? Like, he always has a smile on his face. Like he really does love his job. Like, beating up nightmares. Yeah. Well, I know what I'm gonna do for Christmas. I need to get a new game system, so I think that's what I'm gonna ask Santa for. A game system. But I have to really think hard and build a list, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's only a little bit of time left. Like, hours. So I gotta get started. Okay, well, maybe next time I'll have a game system or new equipment. But, you know, I'm just working what I got here. Not a lot, but remember to comment, like, subscribe, and keep the notification on when I come back with new videos. Yeah. Until next time, thanks a lot. Bye.
So that this is the original closing as well. That was before it was LLC. All right. Back. There we go. And just like you remember. Yarg! Right? Yarg. Well, now we have zombie sausages. Zombie sausages. And I need my glasses for this. Small. Yes, I know. Zombie sausages. Pharma's own. There's a little print down here. Do not taunt or challenge the sausages. Nutrition facts. Serving size. 1 reanimated sausage. Varies by mood. Serving per can. Unpredictable. Amount per serving. There we go. Calories. Everybody likes counting calories. Calories, 13. That's from dirt. Total fat, 0 grams. Contains no meat. Other ingredients. Dirt, soil, traces of coffin wood, and 1 regret. And un momento, por favor, or ora. I will be back. All right. Sorry about that, peeps. My son decided to come over for a visit. It's fine. He's more than welcome. But it leads us to our next video. I don't want to keep you up. Hold up. But talking about Oh yes, that's right. We were going to the ingredients. I didn't get to read them all. All right, we left off at other ingredients with one regret. And a warning. A warning. There's a warning label on here. See, warning. Yeah. Zombie sausages official warning. Not intended for baking. I guess that's why I chose the baking episodes. Exposure to oven temperatures may cause sausages to animate. If animation occurs, contact your local priest and National Guard to prevent further outbreaks. That's what it says. All right, well, zombie sausages. So, with that, it brings us to, where is it? Sentient bread. Oh, where is it? Hot tamales, sentient bread. I don't like this one. Nope. Is this one? This one doesn't have a game to it, does it? Oh, he kicks ass in this. Yeah, it's only a little bit. You'll like this, man. He really, my gosh, he kicks ass in this. Now this is one I told you I want share the videos and the gaming, but this one is awesome. So bear with us. I won't make you sit through another one unless you ask.
There we go. There I am. Hello, folks. And welcome back. I'm sure if you're watching this, you obviously like it. Otherwise, why would you be here? Yeah. Well, welcome anyway. And anybody that's new, I got out my game system. Got it out. And let's see. There it is. Check it out. Yep. Yep. Fine. Okay. Well, what I want to do is play another game. A favorite of mine. Resogun. Yep. That's right. Save our humans. So, thanks for being here. And if you have a suggestion on the game, let me know in the comments. It would be really appreciated. I have to try to come up with the stuff of my own. And sometimes it's pretty hard, but, your giver always says. Well, yeah, sweet. He doesn't talk much. He is, after all, the protector of dreams. Right? Okay. Let's see. Let's get this started. There we go. Save the last humans. Yeah, I really like this. Run around. And you know what?
Shields.
It's not that hard. Just a little practice. I've been playing it for some time now.
Weapon
This
power.
is a pretty cool game. Definite time waster. There we go. And gonna get that one. Yeah. Split into pieces.
Keepers detected.
Split into pieces.
Shields expired.
Yeah, you freed one. Make a hole. Out of the ends. Overdrive. Oh! Did you see that? Saved another human. Well, not yet.
Overdrive charge.
Can you get rid of this? Just ship it.
Phase complete.
Yes. I'll tell you what.
Point.
End it. Hold on. If I get my ship loaded up, doesn't matter if I have many lives. I'm pretty good at this game. Thanks for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Multiplier.
Uh-oh. Even in trouble. Got you. That was close. Like, in-game made a bet that I'd stop if I got shot. I almost got shot.
Multiplier.
Oh. Actually, you almost assumed me, like, assimilated.
Keepers detected.
Yeah. I mean, is that really a thing? I mean, can you tell? If all these things are, like, say if they're alive, would they all have, like, individual thoughts?
Multiplier active.
Hmm.
Keepers detected.
Hold on. That was a close one. Daddy. Oops, I missed him.
Multiplier lost.
I'll come back for you, Jeremy. There he is. Oh, no. Boom!
Complete.
Sorry you had to say that, Jeremy.
Multiplier up.
Yeah,
Bomb.
what would it be?
Multiplier lost.
I mean, would they have? What? Is a computer alive? I don't know. I'm a puppet. Tell me in the comments what you think. But I don't really think it's alive. Then again, I'm not really sure. I don't know what it means. Am I alive? What do you think about it? No. I'm a puppet.
Multiplier up.
It doesn't mean I can't play games. My dad's always told me what to do anyway.
Multiplier.
Dude, you see that? It's like a snakehead. Coming in for the strike. Oh, this game's really cool. Hold on.
Multiplier up.
Here. There. Yep. But this thing, blinking like space lasers. Stop him in his tracks. There we go. Got him. Oh, yeah, here's one. Tricky. I'm not done yet. like a lawnmower. Taking away the weeds. Oh, man. Oh, wait. I had a shield. That was my shield. Okay. If they're far enough away. Look there. Good thing I had overdrive on. Let's open the vault. That's important. Oh, it's almost open. Oh, I gotta come back. Get it? Yeah. Almost there. Almost there. Boom! Oh my god, Dad.
Armageddon.
Yeah, it. Her voice sounds pretty pretentious. Especially when I lose my streak. Multiplier loss. You didn't have to say it like that. But on to the next level. Loading. Save the last humans. Boom! See that? Right down the line.
Keepers detected. Multiplier up.
Yep. She's a human. Boom!
Keepers detected.
Get him. You see that? Boom. Lost him like the cops on a high-speed chase.
Human.
Don't do it, blow up. Don't let yourself get in that much trouble that you're being chased down the highway by the police.
Keepers detected.
I'm going to do it. No problem. Got it. Oh, I missed it. I can't get him. I have another one. Yeah.
Shield.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, no. Got it.
Pulse.
Another human.
Mode phase complete.
Almost there. Yeah. Oh, that's stupid. Look, I don't like these. Why are they throwing bombs at me? I'm trying to save the human. Get out of my way, you traffic cones. I saw that. Weird one.
Multiplier.
Lawn tower. Power up. Right?
Weapon power.
I got uber weapon.
Overdrive upgraded.
Fug! Ooka! Boom!
Keepers detected.
Ready.
Pulse.
See that? That's right there.
Multiplier lost.
Get him. Get him.
Pulse.
Fly right through. Oh, see the orange ones? That's what happens when you let them go too long. They mutate.
Multiplier.
That's what I mean. This computer don't know what to do. Is it alive? I don't know. I said I'm a puppet. Guess I'm a TV.
Keeper detected. Multiplier up.
Got it. Oh wow! Look at that plumber! Got it.
Bomb.
What, a human? Gotta get these before they turn her over. Let me get them up. Oh. Slap!
Multiplier up.
Got it.
Phase complete.
That's complete.
Extra life.
Got the human! Look at that! I got free human! Oh, it's just so they're an experiment on them. These are aliens. Hello? Hello? What is this? Like a blockade?
Keeper detected.
I imagine so. Oh, there we go. Well, that was fun. Maybe next time I need some more practice. Okay, make it go a little longer. But alright, well, really a good question. Is dirt alive? I mean, think about it. Cheese balls? How do you know if something's alive?
Yes, sentience in a scientific context is generally understood as the capacity to have subjective experiences, including the experience of pain and pleasure. It's the ability to feel and react to stimuli in a conscious way from an internal perspective. This includes the ability to evaluate actions, remember consequences, and assesses risk and benefits. The capacity for experiences, sentience, encompasses the idea that there is something it's like to be that individual having a unique and personal perspective on the world. What are you writing?
I'm writing a recipe. Yes, Mr. Reese is here. Watch as I write it.
Awareness. Sentience implies a degree of awareness and consciousness, the ability to perceive and react to stimuli. Cognitive abilities include beings thought to possess cognitive abilities such as the capacity to evaluate actions, remember consequences, and assess risks as well as benefits. A psychological basis, while the premise mechanisms of sentience are still under investigation, it is generally understood that it requires a certain level of physical structure, particularly a central nervous system. Why do you keep wearing that wig?
Mr. Reese's isn't here right now, but if you'd like to leave a message after the beep, I'll make sure he gets it. Beep!
Where was I? Oh, yes. In essence, scientific understanding of sentience focuses on the capacity for subjective experiences, including the ability to feel, perceive, and react to stimuli in a conscious way from an internal perspective.
I'm back.
Would you please explain why you keep wearing that wig?
Yes. That wasn't me. That was Sally. There's lots of us. She's from the Reese's Exchange Program. Right. Whenever we're not available, we have a fill-in. Yes. I started it.
This was a case of mistaken identity.
Hey man, welcome back. Gouda here. Today I got a hand delivered recipe. Yeah. Mr. Reese's said he came up with it all by himself. Yeah, man. So we're gonna see if we can make it, man. Yeah.
Sacre bleu. So, Kuda, what delicious treats are we making today?
Oh, hey man. Welcome back. Well, we're gonna make, looks like some bread. At least, that's what the recipe. I am glad I'm fluent in the language knucklehead. Yeah, man. So let's get started.
Yes, yes. Oh, how I wish you would make me some burritos in the morning when I wake up in the afternoon. I need a snack that strikes back like burrito. Burrito. I like burritos. Burritos. They give me gas. I can empty an alleyway where you go bowling all day. I can even make you run from the park. It stinks so much. I am not much of a singer. That is why I stuck to field reporter.
Well, here it is, man. But the recipe says to beat down the dough. It's a good thing I got this.
Stop it, you fool!
Where'd that come from, man?
Down here, you idiot. Hey, I'm rising over here.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't realize you were alive.
Yeah, well, next time, check before you start beating someone over the head, will ya? Hey, you, shorty. Yeah, you. You're a little short to be a field reporter. Sacre bleu. sort of me.
Well, man, let's see. Yep, that explains it, man. This is sourdough.
And don't you forget it. Or forget about it. Whatever. Your mother. Suck that blood. Nobody ever picks me. They were my suggestions.
Hey, man. Your song really inspired me, man. Made me remember of recipe my mom always made. It's a bean burrito with a pretzel reduction, smothered in honey mustard dressing.
Now that is what I am talking about. You and me, friendship forever. Wait, forever is a very long time. I had to do sleeping on that.
Wow! Well, I guess now we know to be careful not to make your breath come alive. Yeah. Could you imagine? Reminds me of that one episode of Adventure Time. Adventure Time. With your friends. Oh, sorry. You know when Jake was, no, it wasn't Jake, it was Bimo. Yeah, Bimo was making sentient sandwiches. And it just happened to be Jake's favorite. It tasted life. So, yeah, next time you're making a sandwich, don't think about it too hard. You know, remember it's been baked. So, yeah. But, yeah, leave me a comment down below if, you think I should play some more games, or if I should do some reaction videos. You know, I'm trying to find some material. Really kind of new at this. I really don't know what people like. So, I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing. You know, talking to Gilbo. Going to Space Cadet School. And I play video games. So, give me some pointers or help as to show. Or just tell me what you think you want to see. You know, keep it clean, please. Okay. Well, until next time. Bye!
So that is sentient bread. All washed up. That's an episode right there, all washed up. So, learn about baking. And for all those who just joined us, the reason why we're doing that is because zombie sausages. Yeah, Pharma's own. Makes you wonder. Let's make it free. I guess that's a plus. But yeah, nothing like yarg. When you open a cabinet, you're like, yarg! How long has that been in here? Yarg. Now with fish pieces. Yeah. And see these props I'm gonna be using in the show too, so be glad you're the first ones to see this. So yeah. And that brings us to the other one I wanted to show is hot tamales cookies. Oh, this is where we get introduced to Gouda. This is Gouda's first time where Jumbo Peanut decides after the missing butter that nobody knows what happened to it. right? Nobody knows what happened to him as he's sitting there in an open fridge with empty butter, like, oh, what? I'm just expecting the empty butter. Yeah, yeah, we all know Jumbo Peanut's favorite snack is peanuts and butter, because in his mind, it is peanut butter. Anyway, after finding out that no one can properly make some food. I mean, you did see Gouda in action, but I wanted to dial it back after showing that because sentience and all that. And this is hot tamales cookies. Now you want to talk about confusion. This episode is all about confusion. We see how Jumbo Peanut is not a people person. So, yeah, he's more of a boss. If he's behind a cubicle, he's fine. He's not a people person. Tries, but he's like any boss. Tries to save money at the expense of the in the expense of the company wherever he can. That's why he wraps up stuff he finds in Lost and Found for gifts. But yes, this is Jumbo. So talk about a mix-up. Get ready for this mix-up. That's the reason why it's called hot tamales and cookies. Okay. There's one thing. And some of you might know this, but I consider myself a pretty good chef. Cook, if you will. Cookies. And I know about molecular gastronomy. I cannot make cookies. They always come out. I know it's wrong. I follow the recipe, but for some reason I never learned. Okay, so I just one of the things I just get the pre-wrap stuff with, but that's few and far between too. I'm better at cakes and pies. I haven't made them in a while either, but yeah, cooking is one of the things I like to do. And with the whole imagination thing, where do you think all this cakes, pies, and recipes came from? Imagination. People thought about, hey, could I take this meat and put it in the pastry? Well, why? Right? Why? But it's good. You can empanadas, tacos, well, more of a burrito, even though it's not really a pastry. Now, chalupa, that's more of a pastry. It's a fried shell, but anyhow, I'm getting that. Even beef Wellington isn't Old English. It came from Texas. Yeah, look it up. And beef Wellington isn't Old English at all. But it is beef wrapped in pie pastry. Made to look like it's from ye of old, days of old. But yeah. And with imagination, without someone to bring it to you. Right? That's why I wear all this stuff and this, because yes, it may seem silly to some, but to me, it's grabbing into the imagination so I can bring it to you. I really enjoy making people happy. So, in a time where things seem to be dim and dark, I try to look on the positive. After all, it's me and my son. And we have the show together. He helps me with the camera work and the puppet work. And some of the game work. This one has a game in it. So I told you I wouldn't make you watch the game. We'll skip right to the puppets. But understand that the whole puppet show is Fig's imagination. It's kind of interesting. I made the show in a kind of a sequence where I can, even the website goes to multiple areas. I made it like I don't know, it's a Fig multiverse. Go to the website, JE www.jestudioscreative.com, and you'll see it brings you to the professional page, what we do, and then there's buttons all around that you can click, and it takes you to the YouTube channel, or takes you to the biography page on the characters. Learn a little bit about them. Now, I know it's been a little bit. I haven't really touched it. Everything's been busy. I mean, I'm working on it. I had somebody that was training. He's off training now in another state. So, yes, I'm picking up all the work by myself. It's hard. So once he comes back and everything's stable, then I'll be bringing more videos. Right now I'm focusing on this, and I'm setting everything up for the plan on recording, because I have the ideas, and it's only a matter of time before I get into that zone. I'm gonna probably take some time off of work so that I can do that, because when I'm start doing something, I hate not finishing it. I can't make all 9 episodes, so I'm just gonna have to do it a little bit by a little bit, and I can really bust through it if I mean, the editing is where most of the junk is at. The puppet work is, it's setting up and it's doing all that, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna show the hot tamales cookies episode and see what you think of Jumbo Peanuts leadership skills. So we'll skip. This was Hello Neighbor.
Would you eat to feel warm?
Turn this up a little bit.
Yes, spicy foods feel hot
Too loud, I'm sorry.
because they contain a compound called capsaicin, which activates heat receptors, specifically called TRPV1 receptors, in our mouths, essentially tricking our brains into thinking we are experiencing a burning sensation, even though the food itself isn't actually hot. This is a phenomenon called chemostasis, where our sensory neurons interpret a chemical stimulus as a temperature change. Capsaicin is the culprit. This chemical, found primarily in chili peppers, binds to the TRPV1 receptors in our tongues and in the lining of our mouths, triggering a signal to the brain that interprets it as heat. These receptors are normally activated by high temperatures, so when capsaicin binds to them, it sends the same signal as if we were eating something very hot. While the initial response to capsaicin is a burning sensation, some people find this pleasurable due to the body's release of endorphins, which can be interpreted as a reward process. Here, I have synthesized 13 grams of capsaicin. Would you be so kind as to try it out for me, Mr. Rhesus?
Yes, brilliant. Brilliant beyond compare. I will try your serum, Doctor.
Are you sure? I am not wanting you to do anything you do not consent to.
Watch as I accept the challenge. Yes, Brilliance.
Very well. Here you go.
Brilliant. Yes.
It's just going to take one drop.
What?
Well, this is the development of events. Tell me, how do you feel?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Toilets on fire!
Well, I guess one, in a cultural standpoint, would say that is one spicy a meatball. Hello, folks, and welcome to another edition of WXYZ. Yeah, the plush station. I'm your host, Tiberius Rex. And today, our top news is we're getting a new executive chef. Yes, you heard me. Jumbo has finally pinched the pennies and got us some well-needed staff. Well, here's a word from our executive, Peanut. Take it away, Peanut.
Yeah, so we got a new chef. The executives thought that it would be a good idea to pick someone to be certified to come work in the kitchen because apparently ever since we lost the butter and nobody was found who ate the butter, by the way, I think it's a good idea too to get a chef. So after a long time and a full bag of peanuts, I came across this beauty. His name's Chef Gouda. And he basically works for Peanuts, which is my type of guy. You can have him do everything. And his school is really happy to get rid of him for some reason, so we'll get him on board and get him cooking something. I had 2 recipes on my hand, and it was one for chocolate chip and the other one for peanut butter. I told Gouda, with him on board, there's going to be one hot tamale. Yep, it's a good thing I held on to this chocolate chip peanut butter. Oh no, I gave Gouda the wrong recipe. Well, I hope he doesn't screw this up like Ozzy.
Let's take a look at the kitchen where Ozzy is currently at, covering the story of her new staff. Take it away, Ozzy!
Yes, I am here, Ozzy Bear, in the kitchen with the executive chef, Gouda. Tell us, Gouda, a little bit about yourself.
Hey man, Gouda here. Well, I was brought up on the surfboard, and my mom always told me I was one brick too short of a set. But enough about me, man. The boss told me to make something, and he gave me this recipe. We're gonna follow it because my instructor always said, "You're a recipe pirate if you don't follow the recipe." So that's what we're gonna do. Get ready for some hot tamales. Yeah.
No cookies? Sorry, folks. I had one of my moments. We all have them from time to time. We just don't talk about them. Back to you.
Flour, man. You gotta mix that with the butter.
Yes, yes.
And then incorporate the eggs.
Yes, I guess he is making his own tortillas. Yes.
And then the baking powder.
What? Baking powder.
And then chocolate chips, man. Can you pass them to me?
What? There's no chocolate chips in hot tamales. You are not making the recipe right. You need to add some beans or some chilies.
Hey, man. Sounds like you're being such a recipe pirate. There you go, man.
I am no pirate. Those days are way behind me. Here. There is the chocolate chips.
Wow! Talk about a culinary kitchen catastrophe. It looks like we will have cookies after all. Well, they should be almost done, so let's get back to the kitchen.
Hey man, look, it's all finished. Look at them. Wait, that kind of looks like cookies.
Those look like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, man, they do. They don't look anything like hot tamales. Let's see, man. Well, that says chocolate chip cookies. See? Like I said, man, the recipe never lies.
Well, Sacre Bleu, we are not making tamales.
Look, man, I made you some special cookies.
Wow, they are my size. That is so very thoughtful. I feel like breaking out into a song about friendship, but I am not. Back to you.
Well, I guess you could wrap this one up as that's just how the cookie crumbles. Ha ha ha, yes. This is Tiberius Rex saying there's delicious cookies to be had. And if you think your opinion matters, it just might be a matter of opinion. Ha ha ha. Good night, folks.
Wow. Talk about a mix-up. Cookies and hot tamales, yeah. That was so... if you could just imagine, it's like It's like my one friend, he liked drinking milk all the time, right? And one time he was drinking an apple juice, and I dumped out the apple juice, and I filled it up with milk. He loves milk, but because he wasn't expecting it when he came back from the bathroom, he took one sip and sprayed the walls with milk. It's like I told a funny joke. I took credit for it, and we laughed, and I felt bad. But, yeah, don't try anything you see on these videos of mine. This is all my imagination, okay? If you try this stuff in real life, you probably would get hurt. Don't do it. Time's a funny thing. Yeah. Okay, well, until next time, be safe, enjoy, like, share, subscribe, la-da-da, la-da-da, yeah. But, yeah, seriously, please like and subscribe. Okay, till next time, bye!
All right, has something pop up, so I'm gonna show you something real quick. We'll go on. Oh, what is it? What do you mean, real quick? I won't bore you with
Mexican.
all of it, but there you go.
Yeah, that would
We'll
be
be
funny.
right back.
Because he would like French food. That would be hilarious. And then what I would need if I was going to do that, and I would like this guy right here is an owl puppet, and he could be like the anchor because he's smart. What do you mean, though? Oh, that's okay. But then we would have her. That's Sally. Yep. Yeah, spooky. But she would be the weaver of dreams. Yep. So, yeah, it would be pretty neat. Have like all this stuff and make it into something like that. I'd have to make a register a name if we're gonna get paid for it. So, yeah, give me some ideas. What kind of ideas would I run with a puppet show that played video games? I mean, really. Just gonna have to imagine a whole bunch of weird stuff. But, yeah. Just leave a comment. I don't get many comments, but if you leave a comment, let me know what your ideas are for like some episodes. It's gonna be pretty hard. But, yeah, you know what he's made of? I was cleaning up my brush.
All right. False alarm. We'll save this one for another time. But it is just about. Let me see. Yes, just about time for repo. So we're gonna take a little break, about 15 minutes or so, hopefully, and then we'll be back with repo. Actually, no, that's tomorrow night. I'm sorry. Yep, time doesn't allow for that. So we will be back with storytelling Thursday. Tomorrow we'll be doing a repo. So sorry for the confusion, people. I have a lot going on. I'm trying to restructure the schedule. So have a good night. Imagine well. Sleep well. And don't let anybody tell you you're dumb. You can do anything. All right, peeps and people. Peace.